Harrison Ford does regret Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. We're going to get a lot of more stories like this here. Look at this. Let me, sorry, that's very large type. Let me bring it down here. Harrison Ford doesn't regret Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It happens. So he says. So if you would, Badger, just read the beginning part of this.
Harrison Ford says he doesn't regret making Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, despite how poorly the sequel was received by audiences. Yeah, shit happens. The longtime actor told the Wall Street Journal, admitting that he was an advocate of the film early on. I was really the one who felt there was another story to tell. When Indy had suffered the consequences of the life that he had to live, I wanted one more chance to pick him up and shake off the dust of his ass and stick him out there, bereft of some of his vigor, to see what happened. No, we did. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, released in 2023, was the fifth and final installment to the Indiana Jones film. There's only 3 Indiana Jones films. Film franchise, and followed Indy on his mission to retrieve a legendary dial that could turn back time and alter history. While the Indiana Jones universe was once rich with dedicated fans, there was not much support for the new film in theaters, which resulted in a lackluster performance. Nevertheless, Ford says, "I'm still happy I made that movie." In the meantime, Ford remains booked and busy, currently starring in Shrinking on Apple TV. They say it's beloved, but gearing up for the Marvel Cinematic Universe debut with Captain America: Brave New World. He'll also be heading back to his ranch for season 2, of 1923, an actual good show.
Well, there you go. And then you'll also see Harrison Ford as a popcorn bucket at Regal. There's a Red Hulk popcorn bucket along with a Captain America shield and wings, and then a new flavor of Fanta. I don't know if you've seen this. I showed this before. It's the Red Hulk Smash Fanta. Comes in 0 sugar and sugar, and then the Captain America Barks Sparkling Shield Cream Soda, also in sugar-free version as well. So I don't know. I mean, look, he's been in the Star Wars franchise, Indiana Jones. Now he made his way to Marvel. Is he going to regret this?
He got paid. He showed up. He's making all the jokes. He's not even being a jerk off on the ticket, like the press tours and all that. He seemed to just have fun with it. Good for him.
Yeah. No, he's done. He doesn't care. He doesn't.
But he looks like he's putting his all in as the president. As president, Thunderbolt Ross. I mean, get off my plane. It's
what a great movie.
I don't have a problem with him. I mean, he's in his 80s. He's having a good time. Why not enjoy yourself and get paid at the same time?
Exactly. He's probably high during the making of the whole thing too.
Oh, so. I think he said he was. He just smoked. Like an idiot. I would too.
I saw him at the panel. Gary and I, Neurotic, saw him at the panel at San Diego Comic-Con. He was high as a kite. He could barely. They asked him a question. He looked confused. So.
But
a good time.
The thing about Dial of Destiny, like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, is just a bad movie.
Yeah,
but that has some interesting scenes in it. But
happy ending at least.
But Dial of Destiny was so. It seems like it's a cliche to take our heroes and then in their gruff old age to just deconstruct them and destroy them. And as I've always said, it would have been far more interesting to go the other direction. That after everything that Indiana Jones has seen in his life, he's basically become Gandalf. He's seen the power of God come out of the Ark of the Covenant. He's seen the Sankara Stone's power. He saw somebody drink out of the Holy Grail and his father was resurrected. I mean, he's seen all these things. So he's a believer now. And to watch him, I mean, he should have been a counterculture 60s guru.
Should have lost an eye.
With a long beard talking about, he should have been Timothy Leary.
Remember Young Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
It should have caught up to his depiction in Young Indiana Jones. It's all grizzled and
they went the wrong direction. Like when the astronauts come down, instead of worrying that they've stolen the spotlight, he should have been like, I know what they're gonna find up there. And he should have been a guru to the students. the girls that were blinking "I love you" in Raiders. Well, now he's
Oh,
become
dude, that would have been such a better movie.
a counterculture figure, and then his big thing is that, and why make him estranged from Marion? If there's one thing in an understanding that all of these things are real and exist, you would be centered. But then give him a reason to, like, I have to go out on one, and he knows whatever he's going to go out and do, he might not come back, but he's willing to do it because what's out there? What haven't I seen? There's more wonders out there, and flip the script and make him fun. But when you're watching these characters, he's not William Money from Unforgiven. And that's what they want to take all these characters. They did it with James Bond. Oh, woe is me. I'm too old and my life sucks. And it's like, no, it doesn't.
Indiana Jones and the Tome of Death. And it could have all about him, and the last great adventure for him is death. And that,
Yeah, and you know what? Which harks back to the beginning of Temple of Doom. I go first, young Indy, or I go first, Indy. Yeah. And that's the thing that's been stalking him, is the one thing he does. He knows there's an afterlife. He knows that the supernatural is real. He knows God exists.
And they miss.
Yeah, but they did all of this literally. They had to make him as miserable as possible so that you can like Phoebe Waller-Bridge and see how fun she is and quirky she is and all that shit.
It's so annoying to do this to characters. I think Luke was probably the worst of all.
Oh, God. Yeah. Character assassination, man.
The worst. And then, I don't know, they missed a huge opportunity. I don't know if any of you saw Love Hurts. Kihei Kwan.
Haven't seen it.
Kihei Kwan could have come back.
Yeah.
Short round. He would have been incredible. He's this legit.
I remember Robert's pitch of him short round resenting Indy because he left him for an orphanage, and he's made it was actually pretty compelling. I keep a nugget of that.
And I won an Oscar.
And that guy he has skills, man. We saw him in an action movie fighting. He looked like Jackie Chan out there, man.
He was a stuntman training people to fight in real life.
Yeah. So it's good. He finally gets to do it.
I mean, the movie Love Hurts is not great.
It's not great, but he was good though.
He was good in the movie, and he's a legit martial arts skill and fighting skills. Huge missed opportunity. Bringing in Phoebe Waller-Bridge as some random friend's daughter, and she's so insufferable. She is the worst thing in that movie, and there's a lot not to like.
Well, I think that, Captain America, Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny, they're all suffering from the same thing. There is this weird, like, bizarre notion that somehow that these characters are from a tradition, let's say a tradition that is this patriarchal, race-based tradition of heroes that we
create new heroes.
100%. And I don't think it's bizarre that we live in a world that I don't understand where this thinking. I mean, I know exactly where it comes from, but I don't understand why people think it's correct. It's never made money.
Oh, because they've been backed by USAID and all the other
that may be true.
Ideas are real.
That may be true.
This is their opportunity to make new people, heroes of color, if you will, or heroes of sexuality, or whatever you want to throw on it. This is their chance to do that, but they didn't take that chance, and instead they just did swaps.